I defeated my fears, soaked the towel in my tears. So ahead of my time, what comes next are all my oldest ideas. I'm wiser than my chin check y'all in y'all beard. I'm willing to father my peers, all of my peers for all of my years. Out in the field, take a look at my shoes. Never had a thought that it might lose. Considering the cost, I had to give them my dues. Never got a talk to it like you. I've been feeling like a king for months. We eat all the rich cuisine for lunch. All these wishing he was done. Oh, you tried it, that's a piece of gum. Now, look at me, I'm the captain now. I'm recruiting this year. I be praying for y'all while I'm praying for y'all. Like a line abusing this deer. I hate a dude with no plans. Now I usually get near. Oh, my ex on her man. Cause I'm the mutant in here. We look good, just show us where the camera. Years ago, I had to up my standards. Make your missus Alabama. Turn it to my only private. Swear like she don't got the answers. Who's the boss? I feel like Tony Danza. Walk up in there like I got the swag. What kind of swagger? I'm the blackest panther. Wakanda. Y'all are wasting your time. I spend it, but I ain't wasting a dime. Might do some favors, but I ain't breaking my spine. Your girl has been calling for days. I get in all different ways. That New Orleans parades. Yeah, we like, none of my people are patient. We look like we on a vacation. Get no invitation. Y'all all with it and y'all talk a lot, but y'all ain't got the heart to do the mission. I'm hard-headed like the juggernaut, but there ain't nothing I can do to listen. I'm authentic and I walk around like I just ate, but let you do the dishes. I'm Clark Kent, but mix the Autobots and mix with everything that you've been missing. Please get back and don't get that involved. Freaking sick, I need to pad the walls. I'm the king, heavy crown, heavy rain, cat and dogs. Homie with me if you asking for it. There ain't much that he be asking for. He just wanna have a paddock on with a watch face with little dragon balls. Look, you don't need me either. All I need is this. No coca ice, and I get oh so polite. You be the man of your city, I'll be the man of my country. You could be the man of your city, I'ma be the man of my country. The girl has been calling for days. I get it in all different ways. New Orleans parades, yeah, we like. None of my people are patient. We look like we on a vacation. Get no invitation, yeah, we like. Your girl has been calling for days. I get it in all different ways. Yeah, I'm like, none of my patient. We look like we on a vacation. If the squad ain't with me, then it ain't right. Yeah. Hey. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. Yeah. Hey. Yeah. Hey. 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 Same squad, same squad, same squad. Drop top, coupe, Dodge raindrops. Big bag plays on FaceTime. Squad ain't with me, then it ain't right. Same squad, same squad, same squad. Drop top, coupe, Dodge raindrops. Big bag plays on FaceTime. Squad ain't with me, then it ain't right. Same squad, same squad, same squad. Cross move quick like AI. Chain shine bright like daytime. Stack big bread like waist high. I don't do lanes. Lil' watch out like 2 chains. I done swerved in a new lane. Bang at the crit, do things. I came up, who I was down with. You change up, stay far from around me. I came up, who I was down with. You change up, stay far from around me. Same squad, same squad, same squad. Drop top, coupe, Dodge raindrops. Big bag plays on FaceTime. Squad ain't with me, then it ain't right. Same squad, same squad, same squad. Drop top, coupe, Dodge raindrops. Big bag plays on FaceTime. Squad ain't with me, then it ain't right. Yeah, no it ain't, no it. They ain't talking cash, so I did the race. NASCAR with the pace, feed you water on the chain. Get no love where I ain't from. When I'm on the beat, I make it thumb. I need that bread like every crumb. Came up from nothing, made a sum. I came up, who I was down with. You change up, stay far from around me. I came up, who I was down with. You change up, stay far from around me. Same squad, same squad, same squad. Drop top, coupe, Dodge raindrops. Big bag plays on FaceTime. Squad ain't with me, then it ain't right. Same squad, same squad, same squad. Drop top, coupe, Dodge raindrops. Big bag plays on FaceTime. Squad ain't with me, then it ain't right. Yeah. For real, my is real for real. I'm in the field for real. I'm about my check for real. I'm about my respect for real. My diamonds are crystal clear. I'm shining from ear to lame Slater. Where we at? There and back. Eyes barely open. I never it once and she two. That means it's can't. But my explosive train to go. My chain to glow. Everything you see I paid for. Gang or crow. For real, my is real for real. I'm in the field for real. I'm about my check for real. I'm about my respect for real. My diamonds are crystal clear. I'm shining from ear to ear. For real, my is real for real. I'm in the field for real. I'm about my check for real. I'm about my respect for real. My diamonds are crystal clear.
They clear.
I'm shining from ear to ear.
I'm shining from ear to ear. Stand my ground, I ain't showing no fear. I done came up like the top of the stairs. These takers, they cannot compare. I'm in the crowd with the mosh pit. I hit the stage and it show. I'm in the game, I can't forfeit. Honestly, I'ma make more hits. Hop in the coupe and I swerve the latest. She get because I am the greatest. I stayed the same and then came out of changes. You wanna know what it's like to be famous? No, in public, skies me all of that. I'm ballin' like I got buckets. And they hate cause we stunt like nothing.
For real, my is real for real. I'm in the field for real. I'm about my check for real. I'm about my respect for real. My diamonds are crystal clear. I'm shining from ear to ear. For real, my is real for real. I'm in the field for real. I'm about my check for real. I'm about my respect for real. My diamonds are crystal clear. I'm shining from ear to ear. Yeah. I'm about to for real. I'm about to cash for real. Shorty got for real. If it's no masses for real, I want that for real. Stay ballin', money like a faucet. It stay running. I can't call it. Got the bug, I think they caught it. I'm with bosses. For real. It's real for real. I'm in the field for real. I'm about my check for real. I'm about my respect for real. My diamonds are crystal clear. I'm shining from ear to ear. For real. My is real for real. I'm in the field for real. I'm about my check for real. I'm about my respect for real. My diamonds are crystal clear. I'm shining from ear to ear.
I done seen the best of them, Jando. 25 to life and they can't stop. Never met a man that they can't talk. We're talking on the phones, they can hear us.
When you got dumb cake up in the duct tape up and down the interstate. Yeah, we really touch. October, I'm about to another state. He went down in Arizona, don't get me involved. An empty box in the car means they coming for all. I had six phones, I got rid of them all. We get hit and sit down, we don't talk to the law. Yeah, they think I'm tripping, they listen. They know our every move, yeah, they want us all in prison. That's why I can't sleep at night until they get in. I'm on another mission, I'm just young and I'm living.
I done seen the best of them, Jando. 25 to life and they can't stop. Never met a man that they can't talk. We're talking on the phones, they can hear us.
7 in the morning and they in my home. My bank account's froze, what is going on? Why it all start going wrong? From talking on the phone.
My phone still echo, the feds won't let go. Money never sleeps when you're the black Gordon Gecko. Line looking like they waiting on the retro. Sixes, I feel special. Resale and I never pay retail. My shoebox money afforded me the spree wells. And that then courted me a V12. Avoid the phones if it's sounding like a seashell. Too much clicking in the connection. Connect the dots with my connect for my protection. Face to face, I place my like a drive-through. Feeling, you know how I do. Push.
I done seen the best of them, Jando. talk. Never met a man that they can't talk. We're talking on the phones, they can hear us.
7 in the morning and they in my home. My bank account's froze, what is going on? Why it all start going wrong? From talking on the phone.
Too many handle business on my own, cause you ain't right, and that's I don't condone. I got homies behind the wall wishing they was home. They got jammed up, kept discussing business on the phone. But Scotty, boy, we 200 bands off them $20 flips. I'm going by myself when it's time to up. That way police don't have a clue when turn up. I'm dolo when I'm out making different moves. Pull up to the shop just to pick and choose. I'm that, don't get confused, cause even when the prayed I didn't lose. Machine.
I done seen the best of them jammed up. 25 to life in the can't stop. Never met a man that they can't talk. We're talking on the
In my home, my bank account's froze, what is going on? Why it all start going wrong? From talking on the phones.
Victory, gold on my neck, Mr. T. Victory, victory. Zombie gang rapping that NYC. Victory, victory. Ice on my neck like I'm Little Weak. We run like a Pericles. It's on earth, but it's where I be.
Money over on my hands down. Here lies them getting paid, but never take a loss on my hands down. Only take a when I'm dead. Stop the gang 3 times on my hands down. Been from the cradle to the grave. Now your favorite rapper name on the hands down. Too late, you already live. Imagine when you're 30,000 feet up, what you think of? Oh, I hated knowing that my thoughts would turn to dream, cause I never knew I'd get my chance to link up. Oh, I tell you all of this unusual to me. Swear I came from the bottom, flappers living, walking dead on. Put your favorite rapper's name up on the headstone. Big for the cheese and you're dead wrong. Propaganda set the standards in the tear down.
Throw it back, yeah, I'm born to it's talking, it's hustling me where I'm at. I'm living how I want now. No reason to look out, it's clear to see. All eyes on me, 400 degrees. Who am I? Ruthless, easy does it. In public, hate it or love it. The underdogs with liquor swabs. It was written in my diary to start a war. I'm feeling infamous, immortal with my technique. A revolutionary shining with diamond teeth. Young Don Cartagena, excuse my demeanor. This the glamour life, you still not a player. You ain't half as nice. I'm born again, life after death. I made the sacrifice and super duper fly. Used to keep them hypnotized.
Cradle to the grave. Now your favorite rapper name on the headstone. Too late, you already lived. It was written in the children's story. Their life's a so what you want. Every day I struggle with it. Only God could jump. In the Cadillac, grave digger, kiss a death, friend protecting neck. Shame on the 3 boys in the Cadillac, grave digger. Money over on my hands down. Here lies young getting paid, but never take a loss on my hands down. Only take a when I'm dead. Stop the gang 3 times on my hands down. Been from the cradle to the grave. Now your favorite rapper name on the hands down. Too late, you already lived. Right now I'm on the edge, so don't push me. Troublesome to 96. You a shook one, breathe easy, know the ledge. I'm your, what's that? skirt, lean back, give me one more chance. They say Jesus walks and the devil wear Prada, but I'm so deaf, God can't tell me nothing. Right this on my death certificate. I gave you power, 21 questions like the warning. Watch them flashing like paparazzi. 2 words, get money. Tonight's the night, guess who's back on my block? Rather unique, Bucktown. This on that quiet storm, T-O-N-Y, top of New York with a pitchfork.
Hey, what's up, gang? Let me go secure for the game right quick. Hey, what's up, gang? I got it. I think it's my fault. For real. What's up, hey, I got that chicken to go. I'm gone. A lot of these look lost. They broke. They think it's my fault. No car. I want that caught. I'm dripping. I'm stuck with the sauce. Good drip. But she love you, don't cut your. Breno Da Vinci is white. Limited Louis, that's light. Rape in the city, that's light. LED, look at the light. We the ones don't like. But you look too light. Why even play with your life? Bank account looking like yikes. I went from filling out kites to putting it my block. New Gucci sweater is drill. Somebody give me a.
All right, Coach, it's the NFL on EA Sports as you take a look there at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. The scene in South Philly a few moments ago. Boy, the city of brotherly love is fired up. They're saying fly, Eagles, fly as they get ready to match up with the New York Giants. The final playoff push is upon us. It's week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. This is taken at his 4. Then he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. Roletta looking for a first down throw. Throw left side complete. It's Shepard. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
It's Roletta off play action. Looking for his receiver, sharp, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Rodney McLeod. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. Last week, somehow they won. He threw all. Those picks, but they still won here. Opening drive, unfortunately, he picked up where he left off.
Partner, you get a lot of extra patience when you find a way to win despite you making mistakes. But starting out again this game, that patience is going to wear thin really quick. And I think the guys on the defensive side of the ball will be the first ones to let him know that's got to stop.
So after the INT, here's Wentz. Got his man, Robbie Anderson. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes and they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives them a new set of downs.
And that was a good run. This was only one of 9 guys to go over 1,000 yards in 2017. And I think you can't let him run wild here.
What do you think, 100 yards, the measuring stick?
Always. That is the threshold. You want to keep him under that if you want to play good defense.
On first down, Wentz. Jeffrey with a catch left side. And he gets it down to the 32. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Four yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Throwing now is Wentz. Ertz has it left side. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. An Eagle first down, Wentz to Ertz.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
Now a first down carry by Bell. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. He makes a wonderful play there off the corner, protecting his side of the field.
Oh, that reminds me of the great defenses of old, doesn't it? The Pittsburgh Steelers steel curtain. They would not let you get on the field if you could only do one thing. You had to be a complete guy, and you had to be able to tackle.
Now, I know I've said this before, but you know I wasn't alive when the steel curtain was playing. I know them, but I just want to let you know I wasn't alive.
I'm going to keep peppering that in there, and one of these days you're going to think that you were.
Now Wentz throwing on second down. And he slings one that's incomplete. Kenny Golladay is intended receiver. And it's third down.
That one didn't quite make it to the target, but that's not always a function of the strength of the arm of the quarterback, is it? Sometimes there's just too much pressure there. In any case, the ball doesn't arrive.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. They'll run it now out of the gun. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves him with a 4th down now. And the kick by Elliott is good. And the Eagles, they take a 3-0 lead. So a pretty good opening drive. That'll make the home fans somewhat happy. They wanted 6, but they got 3 in the early lead.
And they should be happy. The guys look good getting down the field. That's got to give them a little bit of hope that good things are in store here today for them.
This one fielded at the 5. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Giants offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for. Is that word that some people don't want to hear, but it's pride.
Draft. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was going to go draft, but pride's better, right?
You know something? You're right, because that's part of it, but that's two different mindsets. That's front office.
Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Haloti Ngata coming up the middle, gets him there for a loss of about 9. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Lauletta to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Eagles have recovered.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, there's going to be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, Never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
The Eagles into the red zone for the first time. They've got a 1st and goal to go at the 7. Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
The delay of game, a costly one, as they're backed up 5 for 1st and goal. After the penalty, it's Bell. He showed some tough running, but they'll drop him at the 5-yard line. A good run of 6 yards there gets him closer to the goal line with 2nd down coming up.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
2nd and goal, the lone man in the backfield, Le'Veon Bell. They come up with one running back. That's Bell. He's going to get it running right. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. They were held to a field goal on their first drive. They want 6 now, but it's 3rd and goal. Wentz. This is taken in by Jeffrey. He's got it. Touchdown, Eagles. Alshon Jeffrey, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Eagles add on to their lead. Elliott good with a PAT. And the lead grows to 10-0. Elliott now to kick this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Giants offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. This is Grumman. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Good opening quarter for him. Remember, he had the sack earlier. Now a tackle for loss, another tackle for loss.
He's really making it tough on the play caller, though, isn't he? Because it's one thing to try and adjust when a guy is disrupting your running game. But when he's messing up your passing game as well, they may have to devote at least a 2nd guy to him to try and keep him away from their plays.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Davis. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. They get 9 yards back on the run there, and they're left with a much more makeable 3rd and 2. Detroit! Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and it's the Giants. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. From the gun, here's Lauletta. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. That goes as a gain of 36 on third down. Well, it's one thing to grab it with one hand, but when you make a catch of that distance, quite another.
Yes, sir. I mean, that one right there, we keep talking about the high-flying antics that we're seeing from receivers nowadays. Doesn't matter what spot they start in. But when it actually does happen in the heat of battle, brings me right out of my seat.
10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. So second in inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. Out of the gun, Lauletta. Escapes the sack. But now he's swallowed up and taken down. Mike Bennett, he's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On third down, Davis. And they'll get him down right about the 20. It's a pickup of 3, but it brings up what will be an interesting 4th and 1.
So many things go into making a good play on defense. In this situation, just not being blown out of the way was a big start, and then a nice tackle to finish things off.
They'll run with Davis. A great effort there to shed the contact, and it helps them pick up the first. Well, they deemed it 4-down territory, and they got 4 yards to pick up the first. If there was one area that the coach emphasized in our pregame meeting, it was red zone offense.
In a sense I got from it, and I think you did as well, they weren't real happy with how they were executing previously, so they put a lot of time and effort.
Now he'll be hit from behind, and he has landed on hard. Brandon Graham in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Now it's Lauletta. And bringing it in right side here, Beckham. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be third down. Now the old pass completion for no gain, not something you want to call up out of the playbook too often.
Yeah, most offensive coordinators don't have that on their play sheet, so they've got to go back and scramble after this one. But right now, with what they're telling receivers about making sure you take care of the ball in open field, sometimes the fighting for extra yardage doesn't come as a result. That and good tackling can lead to no yards gained. Well, partner, nothing comes open here, so he decides to escape out of there, and he doesn't pick up a first down, but he does gain additional yardage to set up a possible field goal attempt if they decide to go that route.
Now, that's something of a pick-me-up. The offense certainly has struggled, but they do get the field goal before half to put 3 on the board.
Yeah, you don't want to be shut out, but let's face it, those 3 points, that's not going to solve all their problems either.
After the field goal, here's Rosas to kick it away. This one taken from the 7. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. They're starting to put some space here. You know, first quarter, they didn't look so hot offensively. This second quarter, though, they've looked really good.
They've jumped in the saddle in a big way now, and now they're in full gallop. I mean, before, kind of cantering around a little bit, right, trying to feel their way, not getting done what they wanted to. But somehow they put it together with play calling, execution, and now there's a pretty big gap.
And they'll look to make that gap even bigger here.
Run.
They go play action here on first down. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
Don't go. 280. Black, come on.
Wentz will try again on 2nd down. And his throw is incomplete. Janoris Jenkins with good coverage that time as he was able to get in there and knock it away.
Let's give some credit to the defensive guys on that play. Able to bat that one away. Sure looked like they were trying to hit the corner route.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
Don't go.
From the gun, it's Wentz. He rifles one that's intercepted. Rashard Robinson with a pick. And they will finally stop him, but a great return. Gets that football all the way down to the 16-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Here's Lauletta after the interception. And he's wrapped up. Taken down. Back at the 25. Michael Bannon in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They'll fake it. Now Lauletta. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. This is 3rd and long. Here's Lauletta. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. 1:57 to go in this first half. We'll come back to Philadelphia after this. So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. He connected on his first, this from 41. And the kick by Rosas is good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. The bottom line, tremendous starting field position really squandered there as they wind up going backwards and then come up with just 3.
Well, getting the 3 turned out to be important. I can imagine the head coach when he ordered the field goal, please salvage something out of this drive. That was not fun to watch.
Meanwhile, a second quarter score from Carolina. And the Panthers looking pretty good. Their lead growing even further. And we'll be sure to keep an eye on that one as we go along here.
Man 5-7. Sunday.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Bell. And a nice spin into some open field. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Goes underneath for Bell. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. Call it a 3-yard gain, and that'll make it a 2nd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
On 2nd down, here's Wentz. Jeffrey reels it in over the middle. A good pickup there, a 22. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height. Sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there. If he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback who has to slide and find open space to throw.
Now a play fake. Wentz. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
Run.
From the gun on third down, Wentz. This is caught. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Carson Wentz with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And the Eagles had 6 to their lead. Elliott good on the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Elliott now to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Giant offense now making their way back out onto the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
15 seconds, all that remains for this first half as they come up 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on first down. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. A first down carry for Davis. And a pretty big hole as he's down to about the 40. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter.
Now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Jeremy Langford is in. He gets the carry. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. And now, due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half. So we've come to halftime here in Philly with the Eagles on top. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Out come the Eagles now as they'll go on offense first here in the third quarter. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Wentz to throw on second down. This is Bell on the dump off. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation.
Hang in there now. Hang in there now.
shotgun now for Wentz. And Jeffrey's got it. An Eagle first down. Wentz hooking up with Jeffrey. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Here we go. 82.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41. There to stop him on the defensive side, Lorenzo Carter.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Come on now, let's go.
Wentz going to throw. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And now running right through it. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks. Wentz now 11 of 15 through the air. Here's 1st and 10. The give is to Bell. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Anderson. And he's going to get this inside the 30. And the play goes for 19 yards. Gives him a new set of downs. Wentz going to lead his guys up 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. They'll run with a former Badger. It's Corey Clement down to the 25. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
To throw, it's Wentz. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Mario Edwards in there to sack him, and that is 10 for him now on the year. Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack.
Shorty.
Working from the gun, Wentz. Found his target, it's Anderson. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a 1st down.
Help me out, partner. Did they use up all their juice on 2nd down when they got the sack? Because on 3rd down, 0 pressure all the time in the world, and he picks up the 1st down with that throw.
Wentz now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10.
Go. There's 5-7. 82.
From the red zone now, Wentz. And it'll be intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Back 99 Philly, here we go. Detroit, Detroit.
On 1st and 10, Lauletta. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Fletcher Cox in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year.
Detroit, Detroit.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Lauletta on the move to his left. And some room to work. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
Sometimes guys get locked into such a groove. What do we call it? The game slowing down. They see everything happening almost in slow motion. They see the lanes develop. I feel like he's right there.
Well, and you want this from your leader, right? With this deficit, this stage of the game, second half, no quit in him.
Zero.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Set, 319. 319. Gone, gone. Gone, gone.
On 1st down, Lauletta. He's going to sling this deep dip, and that's caught inside the 35. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. He got 29 yards that time. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. The shotgun snap to Lauletta. Going up top. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. The rush defense stout on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Now Wentz throwing on 2nd down. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. It's the Eagles in possession of the football and leading this one as we get ready to start the final quarter. The Eagles on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 7.
Tyson.
They'll run it now out of the gun. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And New York set to take the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Detroit! Detroit! Here we go. Green.
They'll run with Langford to begin the drive. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there, second down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Shepard. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. A very solid gain of 27. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
Detroit! Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Here's Lawletta now on second. Open man right side is Ingram. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Davis, he'll try to run for it. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. Desperation time on 4th down for Lawletta. Wide open receiver complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. This quarterback now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Now a handoff. It's Langford. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Tackle made that time by Brandon Graham.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Watch him now, Barney! Barney!
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
Over! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
After the penalty, it's Langford. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the 1st down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They'll try to run for the first with Langford. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. Just a yard, but that's all they needed. And by the slimmest of margins, it'll be first and goal. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up second and goal.
Well, big man with ball met bigger man on the other side of the line. A really nice play for the defense.
They'll look to run with Langford. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Jeremy Langford, his second touchdown on the season. And the Giants have got it back to a one-score game.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively, though, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
Rosas now to kick this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Eagles coming out as they get ready. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you'd think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
Wentz to throw. Dancing to his left. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Robbie Anderson, the man he was looking for. And it's second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
2nd and 10 now from the 27. On second down, it's Bell. A very good move, but for a short gain out near the 32. And now the Giants will stop play as they take a timeout defensively, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Hang in there now. Hang in there now.
To throw is Wentz. And this would have been intercepted if he could have gotten the feet in. Instead, it's incomplete. Boy, that really could have turned this one upside down. Well, interceptions have been a problem in this one. If he could have gotten his feet down here, it would have been another.
Would have been a huge one. They've had a great game taking the ball away. Thought they had another one, just unable to get those cleats in bounds.
New York set to take the field. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
They practice this all the time.
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect. And some room for him there as he'll take this up to about the 15. Nigel Bradham brings him down. Clock rolling as the Giants will hurry to the line. Back to throw. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. This defense has watched their lead dwindle away. This is where they really need to bow up They executed well there.
And it's often hard after you've played really well early and then you kind of relax a little bit to step on the gas again. They just did it on the last play. Looks like they want to finish this one off.
The Giants on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
Detroit!
He'll look to throw. And he took the contact as he was throwing it, and the ball drops incomplete. He was unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here? Or is it just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
They'll look to throw. And Ingram hauls it in. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2. This quarterback now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Back to throw. He finds an opening past the 40. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Shepard. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this 4th quarter. This quarterback now 11 of 17 passing thus far. He's got his guys a 1st and 10.
Watch him now, Barney!
He's back to throw. Underneath to Davis. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. 11 more on that one and another first down. Would be a long field goal try from here as they try to hustle to the line. Loletta. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Shepard. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Well, how about keeping your head about you in this situation? No more timeouts. Finds a way to get out of bounds. Now they can breathe a little bit as they contemplate what to do on the next down.
So now with 6 seconds remaining, we get a timeout on the field. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. And he just clocked it. But the clock wasn't even moving. Well, that's one you don't see very often, a wasted down. So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left.
Detroit! Watch him now, Barney! All right, now, lucky 56! Lucky 56!
For Loletta, one final throw. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Nigel Bradham in there with pressure yet again, and that's the 7th time they've dropped him here this afternoon. Well, Charles, a game and a decision that people may be talking about tomorrow for sure. Had a chance at a long field goal there at the end to try and tie it. They elect to not kick it, and they lose the game.
And I think what we'd all love to see is that little slip of paper that the special teams coach handed to head coach before the game that said, this is where our kicker is good from today. This is where he feels confident, because that might be the absolute mark that tells us, okay, maybe we have to run more offense because maybe he doesn't feel good about kicking it from this distance.
So for the Eagles, the win keeps them barely hanging on to their playoff hopes as they move to 4-7. And they'll get to stay home again next week as the Washington Redskins come to town. Meanwhile, for the Giants, they've fallen out of things now as they sink to 3-8. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next week at home against the Chicago Bears. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.